So out of all the guy friends you've had, how many of them have caught feelings? All right, so topic of the day on this coffee run: can girls have guy friends in a relationship?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Don't be insecure.
Coffee?
That's disgusting.
You don't like coffee?
That's like freaking sour poop.
The girl outside of you in our relationship. Wow, what the heck?
What the heck?
You saw that? Where'd that car even come from? What the fuck? Alright, so the last coffee run we did. Speaking of the last coffee run we did, that was part of the topic. We did the coffee run, we had our little conversation or whatever, and the video did pretty good, so boom, here we are again on another coffee run and another topic.
Close to that car.
Don't worry about it. So, what is the topic today, Zay?
You're the one that has to come up with the topic.
I'm picking the topic today?
Yeah.
Okay, how about I pick a topic and you pick a topic and then we'll decide which one's better. I have my topic.
I don't have one because I came up with it last time.
So my topic would be having friends of the opposite sex in a relationship.
That's a good topic.
It's a good topic, huh?
That's a good topic. That's a good topic!
Oh, you like that topic?
Well, only because it's like controversial. People say, you know.
Yeah, of course, there's different opinions. Okay, so that, what the heck? Dude, look like he has about 400 pounds in the back of his truck. Okay, so that's the topic.
Yeah, that's a good
Should we
one.
talk about it now though, or like after we get a little coffee in us? Don't you feel like the coffee is kind of what got the combo like going last time? Look at this guy's truck, first of all. What's going on here, bud? What you got back there? If you're watching this, or if you have a truck like that where the back is almost slammed and then the front is lifted, I ain't feeling that. So you're already yawning, so I feel like we should do it after we drink some coffee.
We could say our opinion before and after the coffee.
Okay, so what's your opinion? Having friends of the opposite sex while you're in a relationship, and then also a person with a lot of friends of the opposite sex. Do you feel that's normal? Do you feel like there's ever any sort of feelings involved? Something can happen? There's chances of things happening? Like, how many people have a lot of friends of the opposite sex where it's strictly just friends? And then also, what do you do when you get in a relationship and then, you know, there's friends of the opposite sex? How do you feel about that?
Generally speaking, I would say that I've never been the type of person that has had a lot of friends. I do know though that there's people, girls, guys that, you know, like they do have a lot of friends, and then when they start dating, the person meets the friends and then they all mingle, I guess. But I personally think when you're in a relationship, and if it, let's say it's the right relationship for you, not in a toxic way, you naturally will not keep gravitating over platonic friendships, relationships, because I feel like the person you're with has to be your friend, your partner, everything.
I'll just say that I've never really been one to have a lot of friends of the opposite sex, you know, just strictly friendships.
Because he was doing otherwise.
I don't know, I mean, I've just never...
Louis doesn't believe that two people of the opposite sex can be just friends. And
I mean, to a certain extent.
Obviously, it depends on the person and it depends how people are. So anything that I say, just generalize it. But I would say that it depends on the people. But usually, the guy probably could have a motive as to why he'll maintain contact with someone.
Just the guy.
And the girl, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not saying that a guy and a girl can't strictly just be friends, but I'm saying if you have an attractive girl and you have an attractive guy around the same attractiveness, if that makes sense.
They're not out of each other's league.
Yeah, I don't see how it would just stay as a friendship, you know? If they're both single, even if they're not both single, like, you spend enough time with somebody, and especially if you guys are alone, and and then everybody drinks and does smokes and stuff, so that's going to add even more to what may happen. But even without that, you spend enough time with somebody, especially when you're alone, things are bound to happen. That's how I feel. You share enough of your thoughts with somebody, and eventually I feel like things are bound to happen. Now, if, okay, you see girls put guys in the friend zone all the time, but the guy is ultimately secretly in love with the girl, so like, is it just strictly a friendship? The guy has motives, you know? Works the other way around too. I'm sure there's guys that have girls who they friend zone for one reason or another, and I'm sure maybe there is people that have friendships with a person of the opposite sex. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I just feel like you give it enough time and something's bound to happen.
Let's say you have one friend and like that's the only person you talk to on a daily basis, and you're like, we're just friends, then you probably could develop something between the two people. Personally, for me, anytime that I had friends that were guys, I never caught feelings for them. So
out of all the guy friends you've had, how many of them have caught feelings?
I mean, I like I said, I never really had a lot of guy friends, but I would say 2.
2?
Mm-hmm.
Out of how many guy friends?
I would say 2 out of 2, like type thing.
Oh, 2 of 2 for 2, so we're up 100%, huh? 2 for 2? So how do you feel about my thoughts? Do you think there could be friends of the opposite sex that could just strictly be friends? One's not out of the other's league, like they're both, you know, on the same level.
I mean, it just depends on history. It depends on how the two people are. Because sometimes you can know someone for a long time and you're just not compatible type thing.
So do you think feelings would ever arise at all? Those thoughts would never cross the mind?
If it's like a one-on-one daily thing, maybe. But if it's something that is just random,
But is that a friendship?
I don't know. Because even my girlfriends, like, I don't check in with them really. It just depends what type of a person you are.
Okay, so the type of friendship I'm talking about
is one that you talk daily.
Yeah, you kind of talk day. It doesn't have to be daily, but at least a few times a week.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Have you ever had a girl that was your friend, like just your friend?
Where we talked like
say twice a week.
Somewhat,
Mr. Disorder. How many?
The one that I can think of, she caught feelings for me. She had feelings for me. The other one I can think of, she had feelings for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you're likable, what are we supposed to do?
What are we supposed to do? Yeah, so that goes to my point.
I think it's human nature.
That's what I'm saying.
If you are a likable person, there's a reason why the other side didn't like the other side back, though. So it's like, it could just be a them thing. Like, you know, they grow close to you. They feel like, oh wow, like this is something that you can hold on to more than what it is.
So you think like the rock came in?
No, it was like water.
So if one person has feelings and they express that and the other person's like, oh no, I don't feel that way, you think it's normal to just stay friends after that? You're friends, right? Like your situation. The person expresses their feelings to you. After that, you just go back like things are normal. We're still friends. It's like, I know that you like me. You just confessed your love to me, but after that, we're just going back to being friends and it's cool, it's normal.
I feel like at some point, well, because obviously the relationship becomes different. It depends on the person you are. I'm the type of person that can overlook bullshit. That's just me. So if somebody expresses something like that to me, and I've known them for 5+ years, and they said, oh, I like you, like, you know, I mean, duh, I'm just kidding. I think that having a connection with someone that's your friend, it's not necessarily worth just being like, oh, whoa, you said something to me like that, I'm not going to be friends with you anymore. Maybe minimize like your contact with them, like, you know.
So after that happened to you, you minimize contact?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you have to create a little space because it's just, and the person that you're thinking of, like, I did not talk to him frequently. Like, it was once every couple months. Stop.
We'll save the rest for after. I feel like we've talked about a good amount. Now we got to save the rest for after the coffee to get a little more interesting.
What do you guys think about cousins marrying cousins?
Hillbilly type shit? What the f*** you mean? Incest? What the No, like I have cousins.
Like second cousins.
Yeah, second cousins that have married like, you know what I'm saying? But first cousins marrying each other?
What do you guys think about the transgender kids?
Oh, you're trying to get us canceled. How does it go, Zay? Alright, let's play it now. It's a good song. You're good. That was pretty damn spot on right there.
I'm gonna put an Arabic song.
Oh, look at the album cover though.
This is old.
Dang. That's the male Mariah Carey.
I'm gonna translate. Ready? This is a good song.
Think I'll get copyright for this?
Probably. I love you so much.
Alright, let's listen for a second.
I'm sorry.
One of your favorite songs right here?
When I was little, I remember.
Play that one song I like. So for those of you who don't know, Zaina is Middle Eastern. Even though people think she's Spanish, she's very beautiful, so you never know. People think I'm Middle Eastern. I'm Puerto Rican and Mexican. I always get Middle Eastern or Nipsey Hussle or Colin Kaepernick. Like those are the people that I get. Oh yeah, I like this song. This is my right here.
Do you still think of me or have you forgotten?
We can't play too much of it because I'll get copyright, but when the song is good, like you don't even need to know what they're saying really, because you could feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's a good ass song too.
I don't like it, but that's just me.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm not connected to the culture, so...
I mean, I'm not really connected to this culture.
This isn't cultural music. This is just mainstream, like, Arabic music. Similarly, I listen to Bad Bunny and, like, that type of music, but I, like, traditional, like, Spanish music, it's hard for me to like.
I mean, that's mainstream. Beso Pluma, he's like, there people are saying he's bigger than Bad Bunny right now. Jeez, hot as hell. I never wear sweats, and I decided to wear sweats because where we stay, it was overcast. Over here, it's a sunny ass day. My legs are sweaty as hell. You see, babe?
Like,
Come
what?
on now.
Like, let me just... Gosh.
Oh, I'm so excited. Last time I came, they accidentally put regular milk in mine, and I could
Wow.
taste the hormones.
You should have sued. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, that's fancy. You fancy. Look, they hooked me up with... Is this sparkly? They ain't do it like this last time. Damn. Look at that. If you go to a coffee spot and they ain't serve your espresso like this, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I ain't never had an espresso like this before. You want some, huh? You don't like espresso like
Oh,
that.
this is making me think of, like, Sprite.
Is this sparkling? Oh shoot, it is. Alright, let's try it. Remember, we still gotta give our rating. Alright, cheers.
Wait for me.
I'm cheersing, that's what I'm saying. I'm cheersing. It's pretty good.
We rated them last time. Because remember, you got freaking 2 and you rated it like a 8 or something.
But this time I just got the espresso plain.
Oh.
Last time I got the cortado. The presentation though, the presentation is immaculate. The espresso, as far as flavor goes, very good. I'll give it a 9. But with the atmosphere, you know, we're out here on a beautiful day. And there is pretty dope too. I would say that brings it up to, this is gonna be close to a 10 for me.
Yeah.
With everything, like it's hard to say 10. We have to go to more places still. But this is close to a 10 for me.
I rated them a 9 last time.
You're gonna stick with the 9?
9.
Overall, taste is a 9.
Yeah.
And then adding in the atmosphere and the ambiance,
10.
10? Sheesh. What about when we go to freaking Spain and Italy and
11.
those are gonna be 11s?
They break the scale.
Oh, okay.
America stays on the scale.
Yet you want to stay in America? No? No?
I told you I don't want to stay there.
Last time when I was telling you I didn't want to stay, you said, well, where are you gonna go?
You said last night, Louie was talking about moving to Florida.
Miami, come on.
Your Miami days are over.
I've never been to Miami.
Over.
To be continued. Zaina doesn't like coffee, like coffee, like espresso like this. She likes mochas.
I'll try yours if you try mine.
Okay, I'll try yours. Let's see.
That's disgusting.
What? I think it's really good.
-10. Oh
Wow.
my god, that's disgusting.
Coffee?
That's disgusting.
You don't like coffee?
That's like freaking sour poop. That tasted like pee.
You tried pee and
sour.
poop? That's what I'm saying. Like when I make espresso with my machine at home, which is like $100 and something machine,
They're using
it doesn't
rotten
come out
beans.
like that. Like,
Rotten beans.
no, that's how good espresso tastes.
It's not allowed.
Okay, I'll try yours.
10.
Oh, that's good.
That's super good.
That's like a snack though. There's calories in this. This right here, nothing. You could have this and you could still be fasted. Just pure energy. Zaina tried to dine and ditch and see what we had to deal with here. There she is. Gotta show the car, you know? So what do you think? How was the coffee?
It was good.
We had to get one to go specifically for the thumbnail. I'm gonna drink mine. Mine's little.
And for my stomach.
You're gonna drink that?
You want me to throw it away?
I thought you were gonna give it to Noor.
You know, Louie, what I'm grateful for
What?
is you didn't get a parking ticket because you didn't pay for parking.
Oh, we didn't pay. Holy.
And I was thinking about that in the coffee shop. I was like,
And you didn't tell me
well,
nothing?
no, because I said the moment is past. Like literally, he was getting his stuff together, so I was like, you
The
know,
moment is past.
sometimes you have to let things just.
No, you should have. What the heck? You should have told me. I would have freaking went and paid.
But see, the universe said no.
What if the universe said, we're gonna give Louie a ticket today?
Well, then that's what's written for you.
With you knowing, like, oh, we didn't even pay for parking?
No, like it was like literally an hour past.
Oh, okay, that's different. I thought you meant right when we got in there,
Heck
you know.
no. All right, now we have some coffee. Ask
Yeah.
me anything. I'm Miss Wise.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm a little sleepy and low energy right now.
Let me think of how I was gonna ask you. Oh, so how do you feel about having friends of the opposite sex while in a relationship?
I already answered this.
What'd you say?
I said naturally the person that you're with should be all the things that.
Oh, I don't think I elaborated. I don't think we
Personally,
finished.
for me, in a previous relationship like that I was in, I feel like after you've experienced life to some extent, you're able to kind of step back and know what you want. But for me, like in a previous relationship, I still wanted my friends. I still wanted to socialize. I still wanted to do all of those things. And I really didn't have compassion for that person because I thought that I was just living my 20s. I am allowed to do this.
Compassion in what way?
To respect his feelings that
He didn't want you to have friends?
not necessarily not have friends, but similarly like to that mindset of why do you need friends if you have a person, you know, you're dating. And I understand that. So yes, it's healthy to have friends outside of the relationship you're in. I'm sure that exists in every context. There are people who have opposite sex friends and everything's healthy and well. So it just depends on the person.
Well, let me just say.
Wait, I'm not done. Louie always does this to me. Let me
Oh,
just
God, I get to the mother point.
let me just wrap up my thoughts.
Wrap it up, B.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B. You better wrap it up.
Since I've been with Luis and I had some time for myself prior to being with him, I have no interest in other people or wanting friends. I wouldn't necessarily say it's 100% just him because that is part of who I am now. I'm not seeking so much like connection and things outside of me at this point in my life. But I truly believe that the person that you're with will influence you to want to focus on what you have because that's what's going to be there in the long run. If you're still out partying and looking for other things and wanting other people in your life, then I don't really know how serious you're taking the person you're with. But that's just my...
And so that's what you were doing in your other relationship?
No, I wasn't partying. Oh my God, there's so much traffic.
Good thing we got coffee and a conversation.
I wasn't partying, but like I did go out and stuff. To some extent, that person didn't really show all the time that consistent care. You know, it was more like, yeah, okay, have fun type thing. And then randomly it could have been an issue. But my response to that was, I can do what I want. And it wasn't necessarily like respectful, and maybe I shouldn't have even been with that person at all, because I wasn't respecting anyone's feelings. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. I had friends that were outside of that relationship, and I didn't think I was doing anything wrong, because that's what I wanted for myself. I was open about it, but
so you were seeking other male attention outside of your relationship?
Not male attention, but I wouldn't suppress connections. I wouldn't suppress meeting people, being friends with people.
Friends, like...
Yeah, like friends.
You wouldn't suppress connections. Would you say you were open to connecting with somebody else on a more intimate level?
No, and if I reflect back on that time with the awareness that I have now, I know more what I wanted. And I really wanted friends. That's literally what I wanted out of
the opposite sex?
Just in general, like friends. That's literally what I was seeking. I wanted those experiences. I wanted that type of life experience, and that's all that I really cared for at the time. But
you see how the coffee changes the conversation? Like, we're much more fluid now. I'm using bigger words. And what is it about? What did I say just now? Would you seek a more intimate connection with the opposite? What the
yeah, that's the point. It just depends on the mindset. There's people who are 30 and 35 and 40 who are doing things that 20-year-olds are doing, and 20-year-olds that are doing what 70-year-olds are doing. Like, it literally ranges across. It just depends what your intentions are. And ultimately, I feel, and Louie said this to me the other day, actually, that made me reflect on that. And I can really say, like, the difference between who I am now versus 5 years ago is vast. But we were talking about something, and he said, what did you say?
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
I said, I don't want to explain myself. And he said, well, you're in a relationship, so you're gonna have to explain yourself, or need to explain yourself. And that's something that
that hit right there, huh?
That I don't typically do. I never really, not in a rude way, I don't know what it is. I just feel like everyone's a person, everyone's a soul on this earth experiencing their own journey, and I feel like certain things are natural in life. And I'm very much so someone who, I would say, doesn't really talk about things that are conflicting. I feel like I struggle with talking about those things, so I really keep it to myself for the most part, or I cry about it, like it's one or the other. And when you're in a relationship, you do have to be open and vocal and communicate. It's not so much, this is how I am, you need to accept me for who I am. That's not healthy. And that's how I was in previous relationships. I wasn't bettering myself. I didn't care about the person that I was with. I did care, but like not in the way to consider if I wanted something. I didn't really ask. I just did what I wanted, and I didn't think it was wrong, because I'm like, oh, I'm just living my life, you know? So,
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Long story short, I think the person you're with will influence you for grounding, for that one person, because really that's what matters.
So my opinion, that was good. I like your...
Okay. See, I had some examples,
yeah,
you know?
We let Zaina share her thoughts on that one. My opinion is, I feel like you don't... This is me. Like, and people are going to disagree with this. I already know. Some will agree. I feel like you don't need a friend of the opposite sex when you're in a relationship. That's me personally. Why would you need somebody else to have that connection with or talk to about certain things when you already have someone? Like, is there a void missing? You know, like, are you looking for something else with someone? What happened?
I
didn't
just agree with you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you have to go to somebody else of the opposite sex to talk about things with and to have a connection with, you're missing something in your relationship. That's just me personally. That's how I would feel. I'd be like, why do you have to go talk to this person about said topic, or have whatever? If you're having fun with the other person, like, you can't have that with me. Are we missing that? That's how I would feel.
Yeah, and you really won't realize it. And you're gonna keep thinking that it's a normal thing and it's a healthy thing until you are with someone that gives you everything that you are looking for.
I think it's healthy to keep friendships of the same sex outside of your relationship, you know, to a certain extent. I'm not talking about every weekend. Okay, we're going out with the boys, it's girls' night every single weekend. I feel like if you're with the right person, you're gonna want to spend a majority of your time with that person, but it's healthy to keep friendships outside of your relationship, you know, of the same sex. And of course, like,
you have friends, you know?
yeah, you know, guy friends. I have guy friends, you have girlfriends, but I wouldn't be comfortable with you having a guy friend outside of me, going and hanging out with a guy. Like, nah, that ain't happening. You could go be with him. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have to do this.
I want to be with you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't accept that as a man in my relationship. That's unacceptable for me. And I'm just saying, like, that's a deal breaker for me. If you feel like you need a guy friend outside of me, then we don't have to do it. It's a no-go. Yeah, it's a deal breaker.
No-go, baby girl.
How do you feel like if I wanted to have a girlfriend, a friend that was a girl outside of you in our relationship? Wow, what the heck?
I get so like...
Damn, people do not know how to drive out here.
Wait, what's going on?
I don't know, people are going crazy.
What the heck?
You saw that? Where'd that car even come from? What the fuck?
From the freaking sky.
So what if I said, yeah, like, I want to have, like, this is my friend, like, I don't want to lose this connection or relationship with this person. We talk, we might hang out sometimes, or maybe we just talk. I don't know. How would you feel about that? You would be cool with that? Just to say that's never been an issue with us, you know?
We just like hypothetical bullshit.
Yeah, this is just hypothetical.
We like to live in imaginative drama for some reason.
Everything is more fun when you create hypothetical situations and then have a conversation about it just to see, you know, play it out. Even though, I don't know, do you think people are 100% honest when having these hypothetical conversations? I am.
Yeah, what do you mean? Are you saying I lie?
No, I'm not saying you, I'm just saying people in general.
I mean, you really won't ever actually know, but you know who you are, so like you could say what you
could get kind of a feel, right? So anyways, back to
So if you told me I want to be friends with some girl,
would you be cool with that? Like, we're just friends, babe. Like, we've just
what do
been
you guys
friends
talk about?
Just anything, the same things I talk about with the boys, really.
With the boys? What do you talk about with the boys?
Just anything, you know?
Like what?
Whatever comes to mind in the moment.
You message her first? You talk to her first?
I mean...
How often do you talk to her?
Well, like a couple times every other week, you know? I don't know.
What?
Are you cool with that? Are you?
No.
You're not cool with that at all?
No.
What about once every couple months? We just check in with each other.
Why are you so annoying?
What?
Because I know you. I know
Are you cool with that?
Morales. Side note, for example, I know what you're trying to get at.
That was a natural segue.
I value my relationships greatly. I know my boundaries with every single person that I cross my paths with, you know? And no matter what happens in life, I feel like when you have friendships, relationships, whatever it is, like a certain part of you, either like, you know, it kind of like especially when you're not connected anymore, like I feel like some sense of you has to die in order for you to be like alive again and like grow and become who you're meant to be. This is if you believe in an evolving type of energy.
I mean, which you should. We always have to be evolving.
So I have like not necessarily a hard time. I just was never the type to not respond to people or cut people off until I met this guy.
I never told her to cut.
And he never told me to say anything. He never, whatever. But like when you really start to think in the perspective of the person you're with, like you say, what if they did X, Y, and Z and you don't like it?
And that's the only thing I brought awareness with that. That's the only thing I would say is like think in put yourself in my shoes. That was in the very beginning. That's the only thing. Like I would never tell you what to do. I only observe and then I make decisions from there.
Yeah, which is fine. 100. Like
I don't want a girl who I have to tell
like, why are you talking to blah blah blah?
Certain things.
Yeah,
Like,
but also too, Louis, you can see my perspective, but you still let me decide like what I want.
I'm not here to make your decisions.
So anyways, so Louis is the guy that got me to not have these one every blue moon type conversations with like people that I've known since I was like really young, you know, like basically like 18, 19, like that type of age, you know.
So, but would you be cool with that? Back to the question, and then you could continue.
Okay, I just said no. I told you earlier no.
Once you wouldn't be cool with me checking in every now and then and all that.
Oh, every now and then? I don't know. I was trying to explain that. I just, you know, I feel like I'm not your typical girl.
Ain't that what they all say?
I mean, you better know what you got, baby boy.
I know what I got. I'm just saying.
So,
I know what they're gonna say in the comments.
Like,
they all be saying.
I'm just saying though that with my awareness, like I do value the relationships I've had prior to Luis. Have I made a decision? And obviously, like, that's a good topic. Like, what do you think of people who literally, like, it's just like a cutoff? Like, you just stop responding, you stop talking.
We have 2 minutes of memory left.
Oh man.
We'll save that for the next topic.
Yeah.
And also comment down below, like, what do you guys want to hear about? Like, between a guy and a girl, what type of conversations? What are you guys interested in hearing? Maybe we'll turn this into a podcast. You never know. But
Talks in the M4.
something like that. Ultimately, my opinion,
The answer
I
is
feel like
no.
you don't need relationships of the opposite sex outside of the relationship that you're in. That's how I feel.
I agree. They
Good.
give me a smoochy woochie.
Oh, you want a crashy washy? Alright, good?
Yeah.
Alright, so topic of the day on this coffee run. Can girls have guy friends in a relationship?